Long story short, they're putting together a cop movie with Vin Diesel, and they're looking for an unknown to play his funny sidekick. So she wants me to come down and audition.
Congratulations, but good comeback.
I keep getting in the ring, only keep getting knocked out. And this was supposed to be my time, George.
Whatever happens, happens. The thing is to keep your head in the game. Persevere. Consistent persistence, my friend.
It's called show business, not show friends, okay?
You guys are unbelievable. Holy sh**.
Hey, my name is Billy Ward. I've been a professional stand-up comedian for over 30 years.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am so happy to be here tonight.
Yeah, 30 years. And I'm still waiting for my big break.
All right, fuck it, comedy time.
But honestly, at this point, my big break is probably a hip. Comedy? Maybe I should have picked a different career. Funeral director would have been more uplifting. I've worked at this club forever, and I've seen it all. Great comics, terrible comics, customers who think 2-drink minimum means 2 drinks for the entire table.
He's trying.
Look, I can't complain. I got a great boss, good friends, and just enough craziness to keep things interesting. Truth is, life hasn't always been easy. I battled addiction, made some bad decisions. Okay, mostly bad decisions.
All I get is bitching and complaining from you. Always feeling sorry for yourself, man.
But somehow, I always land on my feet. And then one day, life threw me a curveball.
You didn't tell me you have a daughter.
I don't have a daughter.
A daughter. Turns out after all these years, the biggest thing that happened to me wasn't in comedy. It was family. Because life's not a drama, it's a comedy. And if you're not laughing, you're probably crying.
I'll be giving hand job for whiskey in a week.
Either way, you're gonna need a ticket. Hey, my name.
Looking to make a video or host a podcast and have it done professionally at a reasonable rate? Well, let Governor's Comedy Club handle it for you. Hi, I'm Tony Walker, the station manager here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast Studio. Have you ever thought about creating any kind of video content? Maybe you'd like to host your own podcast, or you're looking to produce a voiceover reel or a commercial of any kind. Governors can make it happen. Add some legitimacy to your podcast by having the Governor's name behind you. You can even have your podcast streamed on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast YouTube channel, whether it's live or pre-recorded. As part of the Gov's family, we can even occasionally give you free admission into a show at one of the legendary Governor's Comedy Clubs. We offer professional-looking and sounding videos equipped with graphics, Zoom, and phone capabilities. You'll even get a video file of your show, so you can take it and edit it up and post it wherever you want, do whatever you want with it. And just because we're a comedy club, that doesn't mean our content is only comedic. Maybe you'd like to talk sports. Maybe you'd like to promote a charity organization. Whatever your topic, we can make it happen. Our studio is perfect for businesses, organizations, and personalities so you can post great-looking content and grow your brand. Contact us today and we'll set up a time that you can come in and see the studio and we'll discuss all the details. In the meantime, check out all our entertaining shows on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast YouTube channel. Your favorite comedians from your favorite comedy club. See you soon.
Welcome to 3 with Z with me, Rob Kosovich. It's a podcast where a couple of friends get together and talk about current events and pop culture, whatever's on their mind for the week. Joining me as always is, I don't got one this week.
Oh, I wonder why.
I wonder why.
the Christian to your Z.
My buddy Christian Z.
Hey,
Christian.
how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. We're just gonna walk right into this one this week. Hugh made the best entrance ever. Our guest for the week is going to be comedian Hugh Murray the Fourth. Do you go by the Fourth generally?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah,
depends on on the setting.
Depends, it's not like an official thing,
Okay.
Yeah.
Tony just ran out like he was selling drugs. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know what it was? Are we doing sunglasses?
I think I'm going to... I like the clips where I do sunglasses. I seem like a douchebag.
I like it, too.
The blue works with that.
Yeah. But, after my DWE article came out in New York Post where they posted my full fucking name, I was like, you know what? Like, I don't care. Here, have it.
They posted it with the Fourth?
Yeah. Yeah.
How open are you about talking about that story? Because I do have a story relevant.
Open. Okay. It made page 7 of the New York Post. So
I started doing comedy. I think a few years after you. So I was my early 20s. And I will give you credit to this. I know you were in recovery. How long sober are you?
Like 5 months right now.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You were the only person I've ever seen go up. I don't know when you were using, but you were on point. You told me that you would be able to use and then go up and do like 20, 30 minutes.
It's been on and off. Like, for the most part, a lot of people wouldn't be able to tell, especially like early on. And then like when it started getting really bad, I'm running into my car. I'm like hosting a show, like running to my car and shit.
I remember meeting you. You said, "Hey, what's up, kid?" You ran to your car and you were in a long 3/4 coat. You ran to the car, came back out, did 20 minutes, ran back out to the car. And I was like, what is that guy doing? This is before I start, and then I dove onto my own path. I went the opposite though. I liked stimulants, but I started doing bringer shows right out the gate, like most comedians do on Long Island. We worked both for. He's probably one of the most genius producers of all time, Evan Weiss. Do you remember?
Yes, genius.
The guy's just cutting edge.
Yeah,
Tony's a huge fan of his work.
Yeah.
You got arrested on what day of the week was it? It was after a show, right? You left a show?
Oh no. That's actually what got me in trouble with this club.
Okay.
The article mentioned Governors, but I was not coming from Governors.
Okay.
But the owner got mad. The old owner, not James, Mark. He got mad, and they actually banned me for a year.
Okay.
Because it mentioned the club, and he thought it was bad press. But I swear to God, you could ask Jimmy right now. I walked into the brokerage, and Jimmy used to hang out there most of the time. And I swear to God, it was just a scene out of Goodfellas. And Jimmy opens his arms and he goes, "Kid, you popped your cherry." And I was like, "Oh, this is so awesome!" Like he wasn't mad at all.
Good.
But it did seem like I was coming, but it was New Year's Eve, and I was coming from Chateaubriand.
That'll do it.
Chateaubriand would do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So it was my first and only time there. But.
I do have to ask you this. So when I was doing a show with Evan, he came in so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Because someone was on page 7, and he goes, "This is going to be great for everybody." I'm like, "Yeah, other than you, other than fucking you." He goes,
"It was terrible for me."
There's one person that's not so great for it.
He goes, "We're going to do is get it coming out of jail show, and we're going to put it. The news is going to cover it." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sure they're going to cover it." Evan.
Yeah. Oh God. You know what? A lot of people called me thinking that was going to lead to something, but it really didn't.
It just led to more drugs.
It just led to like 20 grand to a lawyer. That's about it. They
showed a picture of a taser. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
That looked like a 90s cell phone.
Yeah, it looked like a Nokia.
But you didn't have that on you, right?
No, I was in my car, but a lot of people
think you went to tase the cop.
Through the grapevine, they thought I tased the cop.
Because it was your mugshot and then a picture of a taser. They didn't. This shows you that the news covers things accurately and honestly. It's just,
it actually just got left in my car for a long while. And, I just had it on me for like drug deals. And then like the cop found it, and then they were like, "What's this?" And then I'm like, "Oh fuck." All right,
Well, I'm very happy you're doing better, and life is great. And you're one of the best comedians I've ever seen. That's not me sucking your dick here on camera. Honest to God.
I appreciate that.
Any person I just describe you to, your sets are great. We did an open mic last night at a Clava bar.
Kava. Yeah,
Kava.
Island Kava in Lindenhurst. I run an open mic there every Monday.
I was trying to describe to Rob what this is. I still have a slight fever from it.
Yeah.
You're warm all over your body.
Yeah.
All right. Rob, what do you know about Kratom?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you
barely heard about it?
Can you tell the audience what Kratom is and what Kava is?
It's so Kava is Kava's weird because it's like it's made from like a pepper. So when you drink it, your mouth gets numb.
I noticed that.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool, but it's supposed to relax you. And then Kratom is like an opiate, but they make a tea there, and it's like a very weak opiate, like because a lot of people think of like the 7-OH, like it just got banned in Nassau.
That's the okay.
Kratom just got banned as a whole, so like they have a location in Nassau that they can't sell Kratom anymore in Massapequa. It was like really bad for their business, but they make like a tea, and I always joke like it's if you drink like 3 or 4 of them, it feels like a weak Vicodin.
I drank one. Went home.
Maybe that's me and my tolerance.
That's right. If you drink 8 of them, it feels really good.
Richie Byrne had like half a cup, and he was like, "I can't drive."
I texted you literally. I go, I've never had one of them before. I go, I've never done heroin before, but I really want to drive to East Harlem right now and just stop. It was. It's very relaxing. It's not something that because I did want to try that again. It's not something I want to drink again and then go perform. I completely lost track of any new material I wanted to do.
No, you did good. Last night was actually pretty cool. Like, we had 7 comics. Like, I normally, like, have been struggling to get, like, 3 in the door. So, like, the last week's mic lasted 35 minutes.
Really?
People are like, oh, I can make it there by, like, 9. I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be on still, because, like... There's not that much of a crowd. It really started going downhill. I was trying to do cool things there, like live stream or like a writing session. But
I would like to do the writing group there. You were talking about doing that next week. That
next
would be
Monday,
cool.
yeah. I think we're gonna write at 7. So if you want to come down,
100%,
that'd be cool. Yeah.
The other vibe of that place, because everyone is so chill in there.
Yes.
It's not the response you would like. The comedians are laughing, but everyone is so mellow and chill. Like one guy got up from the bar, walked over, and I was hugging Jess, my fiance, and he just went up. He was just like, "Great job, buddy, great job," and walked out. I'm like, "Oh, that's the vibe we're getting here." We need to start like a fake cocaine bar. Like that would be like me going to and doing shots of 5 Hour Energy all across the bar.
Right.
Yeah,
people. I think if we all did like a fake cocaine. We would just do like 7 minutes worth of material in 3.
Yeah. Shout out, by the way, future guest on the show, Travis Grant.
Yes, Travis, my boy. We used to run a show here.
He's so funny. It's not Rob. He has a process. Okay, like he's an actor.
Yeah.
So he's the only. There's like different ways of doing this. Everyone has their own like routine they do before they get on stage.
Sure. Yeah.
Travis does his set over and over and over, like a method actor. He doesn't talk to you. You go up like, "Hey, Trav, what's up?" He goes, "Hey, good." So I'm walking down the and he literally to a science. We were talking about. He saw online that they do sell a fake cocaine now. It's called Bump
Energy.
It's just caffeine powder.
Anhydrous caffeine. That you
I've seen this.
Yeah, dude. They targeted. I got a targeted ad on Facebook. I'm like, they really. This is working. This targeted ad shit works.
I do want to discuss the other thing here. He's aware of this. Rob's phone was broken this week. I assumed you weren't alive. I posted a picture. I did one of the promo ads. AI. It's VHS tape.
Oh, dude,
the
so
80s
funny.
one.
So funny.
I collabed with Hugh and I collabed with Tony on the video. Okay, you're not a collaborator on it because you don't want to be on it. You don't want to be. So out of nowhere, I posted it. I turned the phone on. Okay, 110 likes, 3 reposts, 85 comments.
Yeah.
Okay. I go, oh my God, this is Hugh. Hugh might be the third on the show all the time. This is amazing. I immediately look at all the comments. It's all Arab men, Indian guys from Bangladesh, Asian women, and they're all. So I got botted.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see I don't know if you saw the email or not. So what happened was they botted the account. It's still getting likes every night. It's at like 300, and the comments are not. I have to keep hiding comments. So all the comments are like, "That's so sexy," "Just like that girl," big smile.
You've wandered into being like an e-girl account.
So what I think happened was
getting the random.
The company reached out to us on email and they were like, "Did you like the response on the post we did? That could be all of your posts." So what they do is they generically look at that.
Yeah.
Just like that girl. Big Daddy likes that. So what I'm assuming is they botted the photo
to show you the engagement you could get.
Dude, there's so many fucking.
It's not one. Not one says that's funny or can't. It's like it's terribly botted.
Yeah, elephants.64011191 said we look amazing.
So the Instagram is
this
blowing up.
Arab man said so beautiful with a heart emoji.
I mean, that's nice to get once in a while.
I texted Hugh at 1:30 in the morning. I text him. I go, "You have a hell of a demographic, buddy."
Yes. That's called motion, baby.
So to get into this show today, to get into the show today, we got our 3 topics for the day. Rob's is we're going to start with Rob's. We'll go to mine. Rob is doing nostalgic snacks.
Yeah,
we're going to discuss. Mine is the ongoing Keefe D trial. They finally have somebody on trial for the murder of Tupac Shakur, and then we're going to go into conspiracy theory talk of the week with Hugh Murray. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So I do want to start with Rob. You
So,
ready?
Right on.
So I don't know. This whole weekend, I didn't have my phone on me. It was very peaceful.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I'm sure.
It wasn't for us.
Yeah.
No, it was great. I didn't have to hear from you.
Yeah, it was good.
And then, so I don't know if either of you follow Tasting History on YouTube.
No.
It's a guy. It's a guy that he goes through like old cookbooks and makes. Food
that's
or whatever.
pretty cool.
But he had a recipe for the sloppy joes from like the 1980s in the book that like lunch ladies used.
Oh wow!
So I made myself like a tray of sloppy joes from like what you would have had in middle school or whatever.
That's awesome.
I actually believe the funny thing is I assumed you were drinking all the Coors Banquet. That
Well, I mean, I had a few Coors too while I was cooking.
I mean, what else do you do when you don't have a phone?
Yeah,
you know?
just to see he's making sloppy joes.
So I was having sloppy joes and then eating granola bars. And
my God.
So I've just been thinking about when you guys were having like lunch when you were like a little kid.
You're right.
What's my go-to?
Your
one?
go-to snack? Like mine was granola bars and the Shark fruit snacks.
Which granola bar? Are you talking about a little? Oh, you mean like
I'm going for like a chewy.
Shark's fruit snacks. Those were so good.
Are they still a thing?
I don't know.
I believe they are. I think you can still get them. I've had them within the last 2 years.
My mom would pack me a granola bar, but it was the Nature's Fruit one with the it's like the goo in the middle of it.
The goo in the middle.
That's what I was asking you. Like, what do you consider real? You like the ones that crack? That
no. Well, like I mean, I'll eat a Nature's Valley, but I was really thinking of like the really chewy ones from.
They have the fruit goo in the middle, dude.
There's no fruit goo. Mine always had chocolate or peanut butter chips.
That's not a granola bar. That's a fucking snack bar.
Well, yeah, that's the point. It was all the.
Oh, you talking about the ones with the chocolate chips in them too?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not. I don't consider that.
That's not a granola bar.
Funny.
What is it? That's the guy with the hat, right?
Yeah.
The Quaker dude.
Quaker, yeah.
Quaker, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I consider that granola bar, buddy.
What would you call it?
That's candy, bud.
I mean, it is candy, but it says chewy granola bar on it. Like,
Yeah.
That's how they market it.
There's a whole.
And you're right. It's not what granola is actually now.
Right. Yeah.
That was how to sneak granola into the.
Yeah.
That's like into the diet in the 90s.
Something, you know what I'm saying? Like
we ate a lot. Are you? How old are you, by the way?
Yeah, I'm 40.
Okay, so you guys are older than me, both. But you grew up in the same generation. You're millennial. Then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The '90s lunches as a whole, I think. I was not a kid. Were you guys fluffernutter kids at all? Did you ever have fluff in your sandwich? I never knew about this.
I never really ate it. I think I tried it once, but I was like, that was my go-to lunch. Was like a peanut butter and jelly, and like I would usually have some sort of chip.
Okay.
You know, like Lay's chips, sour cream and onion.
I was
a kid, you know.
I was the kid who ran up debt at the cafeteria. Once I found out they can't charge. They can't charge
They had
you.
the book that they wrote in it, but they never.
They threatened to not let me graduate 7th grade until my mom paid the balance. It was like $83. But just to think, for $83, I got fed for a year. I never paid them any money.
Yeah.
But food, I also noticed this about lunches growing up too. The food they serve in cafeterias, the pizza is the same one that they make at Point Lookout Beach.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I always liked that. A really but that type of pizza is
it's your square pizza.
the square over salted to keep it from rotting.
Almost like an Elio's.
Right, like
yes.
a cheap Elio's,
Cheap
which is
Elio's.
weird because that's what Elio's already is.
I know. yeah.
I was a big Elio's pizza kid.
You know, I didn't really buy lunch at first till I got to like Wisdom, and I was like, oh, all the cool kids buy lunch. You know, Wisdom was my middle school, and it's like when I was early on, it was just like always like some sort of peanut butter or turkey sandwich. But like
big on the turkey sandwiches.
yeah.
Myself.
And then like when I got to middle school, dude, like I feel like Nugget Day was the best, chicken nugget day, and they had this barbecue sauce that was so amazing, and I found it.
You look back to find what brand that is.
Well, no, dude, I was just at Boss Croker's in Wantagh.
Best wings on Long Island, by the way.
Dude, such good food. The steak tidbits out of this world, and they served it with fucking the barbecue sauce. And dude, I've had everybody from like my high school that I've gone with like try it. They're like, "Holy shit, this is it! I haven't tasted this in 30 years."
I haven't discussed this with another person yet, other than so on Sundays, one of our brunch runs, we do brunch at Kraft. We watch the first football game there. Then we drink. We start drinking there. They do a special at Kraft, and then we leave Kraft to go to Boss Croker's to eat wings at the end of the night. The awkwardness with the bartender, because she knows where we're going. She said, our wings are good too. I'm like, I leave one establishment to eat at another to then come back to finish drinks at the other establishment. Have you had Boss Croker's wings?
No, I haven't.
Buddy.
Oh, dude, so good,
buddy.
man.
And they're not really, there's no real big secret to it. It's kind of just luck. We asked the guy in the back, we're like, what do you do back there to like make them so good? And he's like, I put it in there and they take. I was like, oh, there's no like big secret.
Wait, is it like a Wingstop? Is it a chain or is this just like one place?
No, it's just like a Irish bar.
Nice Irish bar.
Just like the food, like all of it is out of this world. Like my fiance is addicted to that steak tidbit sandwich.
That it's a really good fucking sandwich,
dude. It's really good.
I
got it last week, and I was with my buddy from like best friend of like 30 years, but I haven't seen him in a while. Had him try that barbecue sauce. He's like, no fucking way.
Is it Sweet Baby Ray's?
No, dude, it's like this tangy, like it almost like a tangy ketchup or something.
So you knew this
explain.
purely by the tasting it. You're like, this. You don't know the brand. You're just like, I know this is what I eat as a
I'm
kid.
like, this is what they used to serve with the chicken nuggets every Friday.
Interesting.
Or Thursday, maybe. I think Pizza Day was Friday.
Pizza Day might have been Friday.
That sounds about right.
Looking at, we haven't really talked about that. Are you a pizza guy in general?
No, I worked at a pizzeria when I was like 19 for a year, and I've never been.
Right.
I never want pizza.
I remember.
Ever. I'll eat it, but
yeah.
I remember seeing you at that place. I won't give them a shout out because they suck. But your job was to fold the boxes.
Sure.
And I remember seeing you angry as all hell folding boxes.
Like folding 1,000 pizza boxes.
Whoever delivered food there on those days when we used to go in to get pizza as little kids, because I am younger than you, that was like the moment where I realized like work, and I'm like, oh, this is the bad part of his day when he's gonna fold origami fucking pizza boxes.
The pizzeria was funny too because it was like right down the street from the high school, so like that's where you'd go to like hang out when you were in school, and then you'd always see a guy that you knew from a couple years older than you like working there, and you'd be like, oh man, what's this guy fucking doing? And then I ended up being that guy for a long time.
Yeah. And now you've moved on to another cuisine altogether.
Yeah.
Changing countries there. I don't know. I don't have any kids. I don't know if the food lunch situation has also changed as well. Have they stepped their game up? I don't know. I'm assuming the food is still exactly the same as it's been.
I'm pretty sure. Marissa has some kids, and that's just like the go-to.
Your wife, by the way, I have to reference this.
Yeah.
I follow you both on Instagram.
Yeah.
Your wife is such a unique. Am I wrong for saying hippie-ish?
Yes.
Chick?
Yeah. Definitely.
She gave me. I got daggers last night for the first time in our friendship. She posted a video on Instagram. I sent it to Jess immediately. We had a downpour of rain last week, a monsoon of fucking rain. So Hugh's fiance did like this cute video of her like out kicking puddles, and like it had like a nice song playing, everything like that. So I immediately walk up to Marissa. I'm like, so you're just like diving headfirst into puddles? And she went, I didn't dive into the puddle. I'm like, oh, okay.
She really likes breaking your balls, especially about the Kraft macaroni and cheese thing.
I had the moment last. I go on stage now. I use that as my intro. That was Kraft macaroni and cheese kid. I did a set here like a month ago with Hugh.
Yeah.
I walk off and Marissa has the phone. Like as I'm walking off the stage, she's like, I don't see you. I don't see you anywhere on the commercial. So last night I did the show and then I walked off and I had to like. She was speaking to that other girl, the blonde girl.
Oh yeah, that's Miguel Silva's girlfriend.
So
Candace.
She had no context to the situation at all. But when I walked up, Marissa goes, I need to see the picture. picture to prove it. So I looked up it on my phone, and then this other girl walked up to her. She has no context that I was told to show the picture, so I just walk up to Marissa at the bar, and I'm like, see, I was the Kraft cheese kid. This girl looks at me like, what are you doing?
He's really into this. He has to show everybody.
What a line this guy just fired at this girl here. I was the Kraft cheese kid. But she's awesome. Shout out to Marissa, by the way.
Yeah, she's cool.
And all the guests who are coming to my wedding.
Yeah.
They met my fiance, like, Jess well.
Yeah.
Is there a difference, Rob, between Jess sober to Jess after a few drinks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely different person. She's the most she has one drink. She's the most outgoing person in the world.
I know. I was thinking that because she was a little quiet last night.
That's the way she is every day. She's very introverted and quiet and shy.
Yeah.
You get one drink in her. The clava made it worse. She didn't talk. She's still not talking. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon. But she invited everybody at Dugan's, which is a very interesting choice of a bar to do that at. But yeah, it was a good time. What other snack then, Rob, to segue back out of here? I was a fruit snacks kid too growing up.
Yeah, dude, fruit snacks probably the GOAT choice for me. Like Gushers.
I like Gushers, yeah.
Dude, Gushers was a good one.
I think about this all the time, and they don't make it anymore. You remember Dunkaroos?
Yes,
dude,
Dunkaroos were...
good.
What is that icing that they... If that was a powder, I would have a serious problem in my life. If the Dunkaroos cream was a powder, I wouldn't leave my house. I'd just be snorting.
I can only imagine that's why they stopped making it, because
it was too good. Kids were developing opioid problems later in life.
Yeah, just eating icing.
Just eating like 6 packs, getting diabetes at
right away.
7 years old.
That's what you need. You need to take a cookie and put it in icing.
Yeah, dude.
That's a lunch. Like, it's fine.
It was so good.
Are you guys... This is a big psychological question for human beings. For cheese doodles, are you a puff guy or are you a crunchy cheese doodle guy?
I'm a puff guy.
I'm a puff guy, too.
Dude, we got 3 puff guys?
3 puff guys. Tony, we need a last deciding factor here. Cheese doodles, you're a puff or you're a crunchy guy? Puff. There we go.
Puff. Yeah. You know, I
don't trust crunchy people.
Dude, I don't think I do either. Like, they're not that good. But, like, I when I try to get some, like, I literally went to 7-Eleven the other day and just got a bag of puff cheese doodles. But I was like, they were, like, hard to find. Like, the crunchies everywhere.
The crunchies everywhere. And they like, hide the puff.
I know.
I'll connect it to drugs again. You ever meet a guy who keeps trying to push one stack on you? He's like, I still have this here. Like, they have the bad stash of the stuff they're trying to get out. That's their over surplus of crunchy.
I believe it.
The only time I do like crunchy, but I'm a weird guy with this, if I have a corned beef and pastrami with Swiss, I do the crunchy cheese doodles. I don't do the puff for some weird reason.
Right, you just need the texture or something.
I think. Yes, puff ones I'll have. I generally eat that. Believe it or not, fun fact, that's the healthiest bagged snack chip out of all of them. I saw a special on TV
Is
about
crunchy.
The puffed.
Oh, the
puffed one.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
which is still
I didn't know
it's
that.
still puff poison, but out of all of the poison they put out, that's the least one.
Yeah, like I saw something like that with like Taco Bell being the healthiest
of the
fucking, of all the fast food, like Taco Bell. What? And then everyone just got fucking Parasite.
Oh, we got that last night on the way home. I drank grape heroin for like two solid drinks, and then I got Taco Bell on the way home.
Oh, yeah, what a night.
Dude, they got the one drink. It's called New Brew. It's actually the kava and the kratom with a sprinkle of green tea caffeine.
So it's like a matcha, or
it's like a seltzer.
Okay.
But dude, I've been calling it like a woke speedball. It's just got everything in it.
I was describing it to him. I said it to you last night. The drink I had, that blue one, it tastes exactly like, to bring this into the nostalgia snacks, the ices you would drink as a kid that were in the plastic,
you said that.
The rectangle ones. It tastes like you purposely used to let the bottom melt a little bit so that you could do a shot of the sugar. That's exactly what that drink tastes like last night.
And surprisingly, that one's sugar-free. They have like a dragon fruit one with a lot of sugar in it.
That's the one I should have had then. Yeah.
But I don't know. Everybody seems to prefer the blue Raz. But they got crazy shit there, man. And like, dude, I'm thinking like to get sponsored by them, because they're like sponsoring people, like they're like White Rabbit and New Brew. Like I saw New Brew collabed with Max Holloway.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And like I saw, like I was watching Danny Jones' podcast, and like someone was telling me like just to have the can on the desk, like they pay them like $50,000.
We were talking about this. We had a sponsor meeting after 2 weeks ago, after the last show. The sad thing is, when I was looking into sponsors for this show, we are right below. So usually you need 50,000 subscribers connected wide on your, like, from your Instagram. You can total it all up. But 50,000 is where they really start with like just paid ad reads.
Yeah.
Anything below that, I've been getting a lot of ads to do different sponsorships that give you a cut. Like they'll sponsor you, but you'll have the drink here, and then like you get like a creator code, and if somebody buys it, I would love to get sponsored by Ghost. By the way, great drink.
I heard Ghost is great. Everyone kept talking up the grape one.
The Welch's grape one is my favorite one.
Oh,
of all
really?
Time.
I gotta try
It'll
that
make
one.
you have to shit your pants real fast. But like every time I have one during this, I usually run to the bathroom right after the show. But I'm wide awake the rest of the day, and I don't crash on this one. It has a lot of L-carnitine in it too, which is good for. I'm a big fat piece of shit now, according to Rob. So I need to burn some fat off. Yeah. Are you guys? Chocolate bar guys? Snickers is my favorite. I'll go right off that.
Not really as a snack, but I'll eat a chocolate bar.
Do you consider Reese's a chocolate bar?
Like a cup?
Yeah,
that's a cup. That's not a chocolate bar.
See, okay,
It's not a bar.
I disagree with that. It's in a package that's shaped like a bar.
That's a weird question. That's like, is a hot dog a sandwich?
We could debate that for how long do we have? Another 2 hours. I'm very against it, but on paper, it's meat between two pieces of bread.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because it's it's not a sandwich. It's a sausage sandwich.
It's like Conor McGregor in the UFC. It's gone. So he's so above a UFC fighter right now. Like a hot dog is so above a sandwich. It's become its own thing. He's transcended the sandwich discussion.
Yeah. What the other question that was weird that I saw like in that same conversation is like, is ice cream soup?
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Dude, it blows your mind when you start thinking about shit like that.
Is ice cream soup?
Right?
It is.
I think it is.
It's delicious.
It is pretty good too. It's a little bit better once it's melted a bit too.
Right.
I'm gonna go home and freeze a bunch of clam. Just add a bunch of freeze clam chowder and eat it on a cone.
Oh,
wow,
God, that sounds so gross.
Is ice cream soup? I never
sweet soup.
We did get it when I was in class.
There's like gazpacho. That's like a cold soup, you know.
My instructor in college, we got into psychology. Out of nowhere, we were talking about going to get lunch. Do you consider soup a meal or a side? That we talked about it the whole class when I was there.
Oh, this was a whole Seinfeld episode.
Was it?
Yeah,
This guy's ripping off Seinfeld. Then my instructor,
Kenny Banya.
Okay,
yeah, and
I do remember this now.
Jerry owed him a meal, and he ordered soup, and then he's like, "That's not a meal."
I'm notorious for ordering soup on the side, but the argument in the class was that the soup should be enough just as the food.
If I invited you over for lunch and I gave you soup, you'd be angry.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Or do you make a really good? Porridge or a stew, like a beef stew, is a meal.
Right.
If you're getting chunks of fucking meat in there.
Chili, you can make a meal of it.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Can't wait to eat a bunch of chili and shit my pants later.
The funny part on Seinfeld was, I think Elaine or George, like they were really going back and forth about it, and he's like, "Well, did he put crackers in it? Like, is that crackers? That would be more of a meal."
Yep. And also, too, what's combined, too, like if you do grilled cheese and you can't eat just, grilled cheese is delicious, but the side of tomato soup is huge.
Oh,
I never did that when I was a kid.
Do you do it now? Have you ever done it?
I have done it since, yeah, but I was like 30 before I tried it.
But does it... My wife...
It's fine.
She is all about it. She will go out of her way.
Terrible.
You know how hard it is to find tomato soup, by the way?
I'm not a tomato soup guy. I would do that with like chicken noodle.
Yes, okay.
Or cream of broccoli,
like,
maybe.
Yeah, that's like my go-to, like if I'm not feeling well meal. It's got a little grilled cheese.
If you read the can, there's a now soups will do recipes to add soup into other things. Tomato soup, it just says dump onto angel hair noodles. So Campbell's is fully admitting now that it's just watered down fucking tomato sauce, which is essentially it. But it works. It works. Do you have any other nostalgia? What was your go-to drink as a kid? Were you a Gatorade guy? Were you a Powerade guy?
Oh, High C Ecto Cooler.
Ecto Cooler, yeah.
Right, with the Ghostbuster, the Slimer was on it.
I have no idea what the
You've
fuck
never
you're
had an
talking
Ecto
about.
Cooler?
No.
Oh, yeah. It was like a green High C.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like a...
Was it a powder drink that you made?
No,
or
it would come in a
juice box.
Juice box.
I don't like how you both agree. This is...
Well,
I have to
that it
try
would
this.
be Slimer on
They
it.
still make
You definitely have to.
I don't know if you can find it anymore.
I
think they discontinued it in like 1989 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like part of the Ghostbuster cartoon show.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Ecto Cooler.
Yeah, and
Wow,
it had
it's
Slimer on it. It was so good.
To go into another discontinued one, I know Rob's going to do this one. Do you remember on the ice cream trucks, the wrestling ice cream cones?
Yes,
bars.
dude, yeah,
they're fantastic.
They petitioned to get them remade again, and it's not. They haven't
not
brought
happening.
it. No, why doesn't somebody just buy that recipe and just change it into something
Right,
else?
there was a whole story about it. It's from one dairy in like Wisconsin or something, and the dairy shut down, so like they lost the recipe. They
Wait, are you serious? That's what happened?
Yeah, that dairy shut down, so they just stopped making it.
Wow, holy shit. Well, I remember CM Punk wanted his own bar. That was part of his thing. The fucking prick that he is. Oh, check out his documentary about his dog on Netflix, by the way. I'm sorry, I know you're not a wrestling guy, Hugh, but
yeah, not really. I used to be big.
Sue, I just said to Sue. CM Punk made a documentary about his dog dying on Netflix.
I don't like dogs dying, but I would make a documentary about mine.
The arrogance of the man to think that we need a 45-minute special on his dog that died.
CM Punk was kind of like past my time. Like I think I stopped watching wrestling like shortly after like the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
you
most
know,
of us did.
like yeah.
When you grow up, when you turn 14.
Yeah, you start liking girls more.
Yeah,
you know, like
Stone Cold ain't that cool anymore.
yeah, it's like wait, he's drinking a lot of beers. Maybe I should do that, and then you never like wrestling again.
To connect this to CM Punk is a prime example. He's a straight edge wrestler. That's what his thing is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and his personality is the exact reason why you should get into drugs heavily in your teen years. He's such an angry guy.
But he is very arrogant. He tried UFC, right? Like,
and he
MMA,
got his ass
and he got like knocked out.
This is because he's never taken a loss. You need to take those drug losses when you're in your early teens and 20s. You need to learn, humble yourself.
Right, dude.
He's never had that
You
moment.
gotta do that as a comedian, like you gotta take some hell gigs once in a while.
What's your worst bombing of all time if we're gonna do this? I know mine.
Oh.
I do.
God. I actually got a pretty good story. It was probably the first Thursday, Sunday benefit show that I ever did.
It was at a fundraiser?
For governors, yeah. I was a year and a half into comedy, and they sent me to McGuire's for this benefit. It was for a cop that got shot in the line of duty, and he died. And Richie Minervini was hosting.
Okay.
Long Island legend. He's in all the Grown Ups movies. Friends with Kevin James. So he's hosting. He knew the people. So he brings up the mom, and she speaks about her son. She's hysterically crying. There's not a dry eye in the house.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm going up first. And I'm like, and Richie was supposed to host. I'm like, all right, whatever. He'll get him laughing, and then I'll go up. And like, dude, I don't know if you remember me early on, but like my whole set, I told like 4 minutes of rape jokes. So like, Richie, the mom's on stage. He's hugging her. He's like, all right, we got to get this show started. I'll bring up your first comedian. I go up. I just do my act because I only had like 8 minutes at the time. Dude, there were fucking crickets. And then I get off stage, and Richie brought up, whoever, and I'm at the bar. I just have my head on the bar, and I'm like so depressed. And Richie Minervini pats me on the back. He goes, hey, don't worry, kid. I was just like you when I first started. And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah, I was never that bad. I was like, what the fuck? I think I drowned myself in Jameson that night.
This club does teach you with. I did like when the John Truson years through here with like when he was booking the back, and he was doing a lot of the Thursday Sundays where like he would set the lineups and everything in the back here. There was when they did the All-Star shows, which were basically their versions of the open mics with bringers here. One guy went up. It was the night Patrice O'Neal died here. Well, he didn't die here, but when he did die, the guy went up, and before his act, I really felt bad for him because I think he was trying to like pay homage to the guy and say how much he meant to him and everything like that. He did like a minute and a half on how important like Patrice O'Neal was to comedy, and like that he just died that day and everything like that. And just John Truson turned to everybody in the room and he goes, great, you're up next. That's great. He just set you up for failure. And because then you got to pull him out of a hole. I get it. I mean, it's but
dude, it is tough as a comedian because like sometimes you want to talk about important shit, like like with us with like addiction. Mm-hmm. But like you're bringing up a sensitive topic, like like Richie Byrne and John Ziegler, like they've been talking about like pancreatic cancer and stuff, like it's like the pressing topic.
I was gonna come up to you last night and ask that how real is that bit?
For who?
They both getting scanned for it, or those were both just jokes?
John's got his scans today.
So that wasn't a comedy.
No. John had pancreatic cancer. I think he's in remission. But,
okay.
But Richie had like a scare where he had cellulitis and whatever. And
I thought they were just picking like a very severe illness to make bits at last night. Wow.
And there's this other guy. He's relatively new, but I think his kid had cancer. And he does like 3 minutes on that, and it's like, dude, you want to
that's a tough thing to get me to laugh about,
dude. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. Is like, you want to talk about this, like, but people come to a comedy club to try to escape.
Yeah,
and they don't want to, like, they want to laugh. Like, they don't want to think about like their brother who died of heroin overdose. Yeah,
and
it's tough to, like, because you want to write and talk about what you know, but like, you're also triggering people.
The realness. I also like making finding humor in situations like that. Like with cancer in particular, we're talking about. It depends very like how good the comedian is and the message it's sent. Oh, speaking of, right? Don't you do jokes about being a cancer survivor, right?
I don't.
You said that.
Thank you very much. I have jokes about the leg.
Yeah,
but I don't really get into how I lost it.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. So
is it because you don't think it's very funny?
Yeah.
He's the most honest guy.
I actually have a shirt that shows a shark taking the leg off, and underneath it says "True Story." So when I have shorts on, and people say that to me all the time. Is that real? And I go, yeah.
Wow.
It's a better story than telling you, "Oh, well, I had cancer."
You're like Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. You're making up stories.
I am exactly like him.
That is fucking awesome. Big round of applause for Tony Walker.
Yeah. Give it up for Tony.
Let's do.
But like, dude, it's tough. Like, you want to talk about like the things you've been through, because there is therapeutic value in like laughing through the darkness. But like you really got to be funny.
You're the king of this as well too. I'm self-deprecating left and right.
Yes,
I'm big on accountability, and this is also I get into arguments with some people who just don't take accountability. What are you getting angry? What are you looking at me for?
I thought you were staring at me about.
No. It's the sunglasses, buddy. I apologize. I'm looking at that guy. I'm an open book on all my mistakes, and I believe you should be, because you take power away from them as well. Like if I lived my life in a lot of ways where you're just in shame of what you did for the mistakes you made, you got to move past them and laugh about them. I always look at laughter as that. And
100%.
And to segue off the depressing side of it, let's get into the murder of Tupac Shakur here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I did my research.
Yeah. I, being a typical white kid who wanted to be a gangster his whole life, I identified with Tupac Shakur big time in life. I'm going to make a lot of... doing my research, Tupac is probably my favorite rapper of all time. I do like him also as an actor and an artist just in general. I believe he did transcend rap. Thank you for telling me that word before.
Right.
Right now, Keefe D, he was always rumored to be involved in the murder of Tupac Shakur.
Right.
This discussion, I wanted to get into a few things on this topic. One, how he got caught. Two, how he caused this himself, and then three, the future trial and what we think is going to come from it. So, like, Rob, do you know? You don't know too much about this in general, right?
I know like the story about Tupac, and I remember hearing about the guy getting arrested for it.
Yeah. First of all, preface this is all alleged, because I'm not trying to get sued by TMZ or anybody in the Las Vegas Police Department. There's always been a lot of conspiracies and theories on Tupac's death, and the first light I wanted to shine onto this is I do feel in a lot of celebrity deaths there have been these conspiracy theories involving, are they still alive, how it happened, and a lot of it has to do with, because they were such a larger than life presence, people don't really want to accept the simplest version of a story that happened. The version right now, Keefe D is on trial for the murder of Tupac Shakur. He was involved in it. His nephew, Orlando Anderson, was the shooter of Tupac Shakur. That was always a theory of people's, but it was the one that was the least sexy about it. It wasn't a government thing.
Or Anderson was the one they jumped, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, it does make sense that he would be the shooter.
Yes.
You know what? Doing my research last night, there's a lot of people who think Tupac was gay.
So I was going to get into this too. And this goes into the what happened. And it's kind of depressing. Tupac grew up without a father.
Right.
His father is in a few of the documentaries. His biological father that they found out later on in life was his dad. He was raised, his stepfather, the famous, the movie, that they based the guy, Dead Presidents, the movie, on his father's life. The name Shakur is his stepfather's name.
Okay.
That's Afeni's husband and Mopreem's father, Mopreem Shakur. Pac was always a guy who was looking for that older brother and father figure.
Right.
He was a phenomenal actor growing up. Him and Jada Pinkett Smith went to Baltimore School of Performing Arts. They were great actors. There's a video of Tupac as like an 18-year-old kid in high school giving an interview, and you can pull this up on your own. I think this is what the video you're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
He's a very effeminate young man.
Right.
I'm a lot like my mom, but he's also a theater kid. You could see.
Right, yeah.
The theory behind Tupac is, like most actors who get dive into roles and stuff like that, he was a very insecure guy in himself, so that's why it made him a very good actor and performer, because he dove into the roles he was playing really well. Tupac, after he did the movie Juice, have you ever seen Juice?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen it.
It's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
He plays a character named Bishop. He's one of the top movie character gangsters of all time. When he did that movie, after that, that's when he blew through the roof and got really famous. But people, when they met him on the street, they didn't want to see Tupac Shakur at that time, the young actor kid. They wanted to see Bishop.
Right.
So the theory behind this is he got so enthralled with playing Bishop that that's the character we saw for the rest of Tupac's life.
That's what people think of when they think of Tupac.
Dude, that's very
He was really still
interesting.
playing this role.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
The rumors about him being very like, you know who Michael Jai White is, the
Yes.
action
Yes.
star. He was friends with Tupac, and he said there were two different kinds of. He was the king of code switching, and he was a very good actor. They would be playing pool together a lot. That's what they did as friends. And he said, me and him, we'd be talking about comics, we'd be talking about superheroes, pool. Like he was a nerd. And then the minute he said like 3-4 of the black guys came into the room, all of a sudden he switched and he turned into Bishop again from the movie.
Wow.
So when they talk about what happened that night at the Tyson fight, his best friend was Mike Tyson, and he was like juiced up during that whole fight. He was possibly under the influence. He was very drunk.
Yeah.
When they stormed out after...
What do you mean by juiced up? Was he on steroids as well?
No, the sauce, drinking.
Oh, okay.
I know those
Yeah.
are two interchangeable with steroids and drinking, but
Right.
there's a clip of him very boisterous and saying he wants to knock somebody out, and then that crew he was rolling around with, like Death Row Records had, their whole staff was Mob Piru Bloods,
Right,
and
yeah.
they pointed out Orlando Anderson, and they said that's the guy.
Well, from what I was reading on the Wikipedia, Orlando Anderson had gotten into a fight with someone from
And
Death
stole
Row,
his chain.
right? And or tried to or something.
Yes.
You know, he tried to steal like the Death Row chain.
So when they saw him again, they were like,
Right, and that's kind of what I was seeing through, like when I was reading like the Wikipedia, was like it was kind of like retaliatory or retaliatory.
He gave me transcend, but then retaliatory was the
that
was the word.
I know.
But this is where it connects to P. Diddy. So now Keefe D, okay, and this is where I wanted to get into social media. Keefe D was not the shooter. His nephew was in the back seat, and that's who was the shooter.
Right.
Keefe D ended up getting arrested in the early 2000s, I believe. I could be wrong with the date on that, but it's irrelevant. And he signed a proffer agreement. So when
I didn't know what a proffer agreement was.
when you sit, they also call it Queen for a day. So if you get arrested for a crime and you're taking a plea and you're admitting to everything in one session during that day, whatever you admit to there, you cannot be charged with later on.
so it's kind of like immunity.
Immunity,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
He has immunity though on this murder because he confessed to it.
Right.
The loophole was that the Las Vegas Police Department is he then wrote a book about it after he did the proffer agreement, and he went on Vlad TV. He's done a lot of podcasts.
So he's like admitted to it
Several
outside
times.
of that time.
The line of it now is that they're saying like you could take a proffer agreement, but you can't proffer from said proffer agreement. Like you couldn't be able to be like I went and murdered my wife, signed a proffer agreement, and then go sell a movie about how you fucking murdered her.
Like OJ, how I would have done it.
Notice how OJ never fucking ever admitted, even after a not
Right.
guilty plea. But it shows you like this is also now his argument in court. Keefe D's argument is he goes, "Oh yeah, I was just lying. I was just doing it for podcast views."
Right.
It sets up an interesting discussion,
Right.
you know.
And I think, with Keefe, like a lot of the people that were involved are also dead now.
Yes.
So it's like he's kind of the only person besides like, say, if Diddy
Gave him-
orchestrated it,
Have you heard that one, Rob?
Yes.
That
he did it all.
So the funny thing is, he got the guy who burned all three of them. The theory is P. Diddy paid Keefe D a hit, $1 million to do this hit. Okay, and he paid him like a year in advance. Said if you ever see him, shots on sight. There you go. He's also the guy he was paying Orlando Anderson to steal Death Row chains, $10,000, mind you. Okay.
Right.
The funniest thing was the go-between for this money was a guy named Zip from Harlem, a notorious gangster. He was best friends with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's always involved in all of this.
Yeah, he was fucked up when he was young. You know, he didn't have a lot of direction either. Like,
so the story is P. Diddy gave this guy Zip $1 million to give to Keefe D, and you're giving $1 million to like a known criminal who's a notorious tough guy. Whose best friend is Mike Tyson. He just said, yeah, I'm not he just didn't give it to Keefe D.
I'm just going to keep this.
He opened a nightclub in Harlem called Zips.
Oh, my God.
So Keefe didn't even profit from this fucking murder, which is crazy. But
so, like, the way I was reading about it was that there was, like, this 6'6", 400-pound guy in the back seat, and whoever was the shooter had to, like,
arm out.
Yeah, you know,
climb across him.
Yeah, because like they said, like
Orlando was a skinny dude. How could he have put his arm out?
Right, stuff like that, But there's a lot of fucking question marks, and it's kind of weird that they're trying to like wrap it all up now after so many years.
To bring this into our third topic, this is why I wanted to fade right directly into it. A lot of people get into conspiracies, okay, because there's not a lot of clear-cut answers about why something happened, and you're not going to get those answers a lot of the times, even with the most famous ones. The reason a lot of stuff was covered up in the Tupac and Biggie murders is also because the police department did cover up a lot in the sense that they didn't want a lot investigated. The reason was there were a lot of known gang members who were also police officers who were also security guards for both camps of those record labels, which they didn't want exposed. The theory with the arm going out of the car couldn't have been Orlando's because it was too skinny. That's something that'll never ever come out. Keefe will never just admit that he was. It's not known directly who was the shooter, other than Orlando claiming that he was the shooter later on too.
Right.
Like if you watch, like I always liked these documentaries to bring this into conspiracy theories. Have you ever seen a Nick Broomfield documentary?
No, I don't know. Maybe
he got famous. He made Kurt and Courtney, and he made Biggie and Tupac, and he made a few others. But he was the early '90s fly. He got fly on the wall documentaries very famous.
Okay.
He did a whole one on Biggie and Tupac where you would be convinced that George W. Bush was involved in the assassination of Tupac.
Dude, that's when I really like to get involved. Is like when I hear something fucking mind blowing like that.
That doesn't. At first blush, you're like, that doesn't make any sense. And then if someone lays it out, you're like, I mean, maybe.
I know.
Maybe the president cares about this guy.
I love schizo people like that can just like connecting lines that are just not there, and I'm like, he's right.
Yeah. You know? Like, if you, I get a lot of flack and shit for being. We're gonna go right into the third topic here: conspiracy theories. I really like. Rob is gonna smirk at this one. I do love the alt version of a story. I do.
Yes.
I am also a person. I really don't trust anything. I don't trust the official story on anything.
Dude. Right. Well, my thing with conspiracy theories is like, I used to brush it off as like, you know, like have you ever heard of a Com's razor?
Yeah.
You know, like the most likely solution is the solution. You know, so it's like that's highly unlikely. But then Epstein came out. And dude, Epstein changed the game because that is one of the craziest things. Like if I laid that all on paper to you when we were 18 years old, it's like no fucking way.
Yep.
You're telling me Stephen Hawking and like going to this island and there's children and all the elites and they're all covering it up and the government's like, and then they drop 1 million pages online. And it's like, what the fuck, you know?
To discuss that one, I actually take that to its simplest form because that is a tactic that spies have been using since the beginning of time, as long as there's been spies. The use of sex as a taboo weapon and
blackmail
and burn.
Yeah, and now you're all in too deep, so I can do whatever I want. Because what are you going to do? Call me out on it? Like,
have you ever seen the movie they did? I think I told you to watch this. The Spy on Netflix, the Sacha Baron Cohen movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I haven't watched it. But
it's about the first official one, Israeli spy, and how he infiltrated the Syrian government, and he was a top Syrian. He was right next to the president of Syria, like in terms of the chain. But he was an Israeli spy. He was Israeli the whole time. He was an Egyptian spy. But he started by using honeypot sex tactics, by having all these guys come to my apartment. I have all these, and
it's very easy.
Right? You make yourself indispensable to a group of guys,
and they need you, and they want to be around you. It's a tactic used before. The other thing is, when it comes to Epstein, let's not act like there's millions, not millions, but there is a bunch of other guys doing that same thing right now.
Oh, yeah.
The minute they caught him, somebody else just slipped right into his spot.
Because it seems like it was going on, like, Ghislaine Maxwell's father seems to be like a triple agent. He was working for at least 2 other governments.
You know his story about the video game Tetris?
No, I don't know about Tetris.
He was directly involved in taking. Rob, do you know this story?
Gotta get out of Russia.
The guy he was part of that. So, Rob, can you tell? Do you know the story of how Tetris started?
No, I'm not sure what part you mean.
The base,
right? Where the guy who created Tetris was in the Soviet Union, and then like you couldn't sell anything, right? Because you're all communist. So like it had to be basically smuggled out of Russia to be put on like Nintendos and Game Boys. And
wow!
Because the Soviets wanted it. Once they found out that there was a developer created the game, like in his spare time, it's a very simple game.
Yeah,
they had to go to Ghislaine Maxwell's father and her older brother to he was part of he was very involved as a spy in getting that game out of Russia and into the hands of Nintendo. Yeah. That's a good movie on Apple. It's the Tetris movie. They go into it. It's really, really good.
I actually wanted to watch that, but I knew about. Maxwell's father, he basically took over the McGraw-Hill textbooks.
You're gonna get me down a fucking rabbit hole that Rob does not want me in real bad.
Go for it, man.
Dude. Like, isn't that fucking mind-blowing? Like, the textbooks that we read were basically developed by a triple agent with a sex ring.
Yeah.
Because he had the ring before he kind of handed over the reins to his daughter. You know, he died, but like...
he was Maxwell. He was not Maxwell. He was Epstein before. He just taught Epstein how to do it, basically.
Because he had that apartment in Manhattan with the cameras everywhere.
That they can't sell. I would buy that place right now. You just light some sage in there, get the demons out, and you're good.
You got like $5 million. I'm sure, that place
how much sage could you burn in that apartment before the demons leave? The McGraw-Hill textbook one is a big reason I'm also, and Rob is going to we got a lot of hits on this video for the last one. I do not believe we went to the moon. I don't. Rob's smirking at me already. He does. I'm not going to believe, and this is where I'm not insane, but I just believe, even if it's off a little bit, we're not getting the whole story. And it's a great story to tell, to boast American patriotism and say we did this wonderful, amazing thing that we have never done before, we have never done after, and it's just a big fucking lie. I don't believe 9 guys are sitting at a table in cloaks making choices and being like, wearing masks and saying we're going to lie about the moon landing. I just think when...
Right, you're saying like hundreds of thousands of people are lying about it.
No, I believe hundreds of thousands of people don't know the real answer to it. I believe there is a group that knows we did not do it. I'm one of them. I know we didn't do it. I will fight that.
The most interesting part of the fake moon landing is Stanley Kubrick.
I was big into that, and then he got
about filming it, and you have to get him to film it.
The NASA basically gave him money to film 2001: Space Odyssey, and to see how real it could get. And then when that came out, it was a big success. One of the best films ever made. And I think NASA was like, yeah, we could, maybe we can pull this off. But just interesting enough to tie it back to Epstein, the movie Eyes Wide Shut.
You ever hear the ending of that, where how they fucking killed him?
They killed him after, he had a heart attack.
Yeah, big heart.
It was during screening, but I heard there's about like half hour of that movie just missing. They wouldn't let him release. And then he screened it to friends and family, and he died like a week or two after.
Yeah, right. I think there's supposed to be like a 4-hour cut of that movie or something instead of the 2.5 hours or whatever.
Right. To tie this back into comedy,
I just watched it first time like a couple weeks ago.
It's a great movie.
To tie this to comedy, have you ever heard the 2 funny parts of that movie? The 2 funny stories in terms of that movie?
No.
The first one is they claim that Tom Cruise killed Stanley Kubrick because he said openly on a set that Tom Cruise had no sexual chemistry with his own wife. And the second one is, do you know who's originally cast as Tom Cruise's part and paid and shot? Harvey Keitel. Harvey Keitel did Kubrick was notorious for doing like 120 takes.
Yeah.
And after take 95, and he did it the same way every time. It was just walking into a room. Stanley Kubrick's like, we're going to do another one, and he's like, fuck this, and he just walked off set and quit the movie.
Wow, dude, Nicole Kidman was so hot in that movie.
How could you not have sexual chemistry with that
Oh,
woman
my God.
unless
You're Tom Cruise.
unless you're a gay Scientologist?
I will say this to wrap this episode to a close. We got to have you back again.
Yeah, definitely.
The
dude.
problem with this is, in terms of our friendship, I feel like if I did benders with you, I would be too off the wall because you can't reel me in, and we would just fuel each other up with
100%,
bullshit.
100%.
He centers me and grounds me back to reality when I go too far, and I've noticed it. But we would love to have you back on again.
Yeah, dude, anytime.
This was really fun.
Yeah.
The conspiracy thing might be a full episode. Might need to be a
we
full.
probably have to.
Because right when you crack the surface on one, it goes into another, and then you're
There's
cheapening
so
all the
many.
others.
Yeah, just real quick. My favorite was always, because I brought him up and it made me think of it, was I did it on stage at Station Pub the other day because someone brought up Helen Keller. But
dude, that's a new one that is really interesting.
Dude, Helen Keller and Stephen Hawking, I think they're just fake.
My wife would give you the biggest hug in the world right now. Her two favorite is the Titanic didn't sink; it was switched.
Yes, that's a great one.
That is a good one. And she hates Helen Keller with everything in her. The problem is there's a common thing people do in society where they interchange Anne Frank with Helen Keller. It's just like a thing.
Yeah.
And I keep saying Anne Frank by accident. And I get a lot of bad looks. I'm like, Anne Frank was not real, and people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? But
yeah, dude. But like I think it was just like Stephen Hawking's translator. I saw a video, and Stephen's just going,
and what does it really mean?
And then the guy's like, well, the thermodynamics and the trajectory of the rocket and leads to string theory, and it's just like, he didn't fucking say that. He didn't say that.
The problem is he said a lot of really smart stuff when he could talk, though.
I know.
If they brought him out and he couldn't talk at all to begin with, I would be more on your side on that one.
That guy just, when he was translating after, I'm like, how do you fucking know that? And it kind of leads into the Helen Keller thing, where it's just like she's deaf, dumb, and blind. Like,
how is she flying planes?
Well, yeah,
because she went to the moon. That's how we got to the moon.
Yeah, just like Amelia Earhart was blind to deaf. And she was a fucking pinball wizard.
The pinball, very good. Tony liked that Who joke. That was a good Hugh joke.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we're gonna draw this to a close. Hugh, you got to come on more often, and we got to do this more often.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. Give them a shout out to all where they could see you and where your Instagram tags and everything.
This Friday, I'm doing Don't Tell Comedy in Babylon. You got to buy your tickets, and they will tell you where it is the day of the show.
Really?
Yes, yeah. Don't Tell is doing.
Sounds like an Epstein party. All right,
yeah.
And give your Instagram and your Facebook.
And, The Logic on Instagram. Come follow me.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you. Rob, send them off.
All right, see you later, kiddo.
See you later, pal.